Usually it's the case that we've purchased our boat to go and have a recreational fish, a relax, de-stress, and all the other things that we do on our time off. But when we get to the ramp, all of a sudden we're confronted with a lot of people that sort of can't relax, and there's a bit of a ramp rage thing happening. And generally speaking, it usually occurs because people aren't organised, they take too long to get their boat in the water, they hold things up, they do things wrong. So we need to make sure that we're not part of that equation. So what we do is we have everything ready, at the ready, our winch handles organised, and we're at the front of the boat. We've got our painter or our tether rope, and you have that ready to roll. I've got one that I use a carabiner clip on, and I can place that over there just in case something comes apart, and it's an added safety factor. Now that's provided you're actually pushing the boat off of the trailer. If you're driving off, you don't actually need that, but make sure you leave your chain on and the cable, because the cable could break at any time. I've broken quite a few in my 40 years of boating. So the last thing you want that to do is break while you're on the ramp, especially when you're nowhere near the water. So leave everything attached at the front end, at the bow end, until you're right at that water's edge, and that's when you start to remove things. Let's go down the back of the boat and sort that out. Okay, we need to take the tie downs off the transom of the boat, and depending on what sort of tie downs you use, I like to leave mine attached. Thread them down through there. A couple of half hitches to make sure that your tyres on your trailer don't run over it, and you can leave them attached. If you've got anything expensive, clips or whatever, remove the whole thing. Don't leave anything laying on your trailer, because invariably someone will want it more than you, and they'll just take it. Okay, now it's time to sort our engine out. Generally I like to tilt them right to the top of their range, just in case there's any obstacles at the ramp. Perhaps I'm not familiar with the particular ramp I'm launching at the time. So take our support clips off our strut, put everything back in the boat, don't leave anything on the ground because you'll forget it. Lift that engine up as far as we can go. And don't forget the bung. Make sure that's in nice and tight. And if you lose it, you've always got a spare, as I advised earlier. Okay, we're ready to put into the water. As you can see, we're going to push the boat right back until the transom's almost floating off the back of the trailer. We can do this because it's drive on, drive off. You can use the forward thrust of your outboard motor to push the boat hard up against the trailer post. This allows the tie down gear to be easily removed. Pull the power off and let the boat slide back into the water. If you need to give the boat a helping hand, lift your engine up slightly and use reverse gear to drag the boat off the trailer. It may be that you need to put the trailer further into the water. This particular boat could have done with being deeper into the water before it was released. This trailer is not built for drive on, drive off at all. It would be very difficult to get the boat onto this by such a means. As with this trailer, the trailer should be submerged into the water so that the water reaches just that back roller, the one closest to you now. This one's not so bad. It has a grab type arrangement to guide the hull onto the trailer. So if you have a trailer that's not drive on, drive off, put those rollers near the surface of the water or just below so that you can see them. Bring the keel line to the roller, hold it in place, and manually wind the strap back onto the winch and pull your boat up onto the trailer.